Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. Today again we have with us an art of living expert and an officer from the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan. Today we are going to discuss about the Mahaganapati Homam, which is conducted in the Navratri at the Art of Living International Center in Bengaluru. This time it was performed at the Dhyan Mandir, the newly constructed venue, the Dhyan Mandir. So let's begin. So what is the significance of performing Mahaganapati Homam during Navratri at the Art of Living International Center? Naradev, thank you for joining us today. So, Mahaganapati Homam is one of the most powerful Vedic rituals to invoke Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. In Navratri, we worship the nine forms of the Divine Mother. But before beginning any spiritual practice, Ganesha is invoked for auspiciousness. The Homam performed in Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji's presence carries an unparalleled vibrational energy. Thousands of devotees participate, and the environment becomes charged with positivity, clarity, and harmony. It sets the tone for all other Navratri rituals. According to the scriptures, the Mahaganapati generates and represents the supreme form of Ganesha, embodying wisdom, wealth, and protection. The Homam removes karmic blockages, bestows health, prosperity, and inner strength, performing it at the Art of Living International Center, a spiritual powerhouse multiplies its benefits because it is done with a collective sankalpa or intention under the guidance of enlightened masters. Now, why is Lord Ganesha invoked before the worship of the Divine Mother during Navratri? Lord Ganesha is called Vignaharta, the one who removes obstacles in Vedic tradition. No ritual yajna or puja begins without his invocation, just as one clears the path before walking. Invoking Ganesha ensures that all obstacles in material and spiritual journeys are removed. During Navratri, where deep spiritual practices unfold, his blessings ensure a smooth flow. The Devi Mahatmyam itself refers to the interconnection of all deities. Though Navratri is dedicated to Shakti, invoking Ganesha first is like setting the foundation stone. Scriptures like Ganapati Atharvashesha emphasize his role as Brahman itself. Mahaganapati is not separate from Devi, he is her son and her energy manifest. This alignment brings auspiciousness to the Navratri celebrations at the center. Now, can you describe the process of the Mahaganapati home at the Bengaluru ashram? The Homam begins early morning with Vedic chants and rituals. Priests from the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan purify the space with mantras, followed by Ganapati Avahanam or invocation. Offerings include modak, durva grass, coconut, jaggery, and ghee, all symbolic of purity and devotion. The fire becomes the medium to connect the devotees' intentions with the cosmic energy. The sequence involves Sankalpa or resolution, Kalash Thapna or installation of energy, and Ganapati Mula Mantra Japa, Ganapati Gayatri, and the main ahutis or oblations into the fire. The rituals are done in strict adherence to the Vedas and Agamas. The sound vibrations of the mantras, combined with the presence of Gurudev, uplift the consciousness of participants. Now, what role does Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji play during the Homam? Gurudev is not just a witness but the guiding force. His silent presence radiates a profound energy that elevates the entire ritual. When thousands meditate together in his presence during the Homam, the collective consciousness expands. Many participants share experiences of deep silence, bliss, or release of stress during the ritual. The Shastras emphasize that rituals performed in the presence of realized masters carry extraordinary potency. Gurudev embodies Sakshi Bhava or witness consciousness and channels divine grace to all present. His Sankalpa becomes a Sankalpa of everyone. That is why the Mahaganapati Homam at the center has a unique spiritual depth, unlike similar rituals elsewhere. Now, what kind of offerings are made during the Mahaganapati Homam and what do they symbolize? Offerings include coconut or for ego breaking, modak for sweetness of wisdom, jaggery for prosperity, and durva grass for longevity, and ghee for illumination of knowledge. Each has deep symbolic meaning. For example, breaking the coconut represents breaking our ego before the divine in Vedic symbolism. Offerings are not mere items but subtle intentions. Fire transforms them into energy. When devotees offer ghee, it symbolizes offering our clarity and intellect. When flowers are offered, it represents a surrendering beauty and devotion. Each offering strengthens the inner qualities of the devotee. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam affect the participants spiritually? Spiritually, it cleanses the subtle body. Many participants feel lighter as though burdens are removed. The mantras awaken Ganapati Tattva, the energy of wisdom and clarity within each person. Regular participation in such homas increases intuition, reduces negativity, and brings a sense of belongingness. From the scriptural point of view, the homam removes doshas or flaws like graha dosha and karma bandha. Spiritually, it strengthens Muladhara chakra, which is associated with stability and grounding. A stable foundation in life allows higher spiritual practices like meditation to blossom effortlessly. Now, how does it impact the collective environment of the ashram and beyond? The ashram becomes electrified with the divine vibrations. Thousands chant and meditate together, creating a ripple effect. Research has shown that collective meditation and chanting reduces stress levels and even crime rates in nearby areas. The Homam's vibrations go far beyond the ashram, blessing the environment and humanity. In Vedic cosmology, rituals like homas purify the atmosphere. The smoke is not pollution, it is medicinal as herbs are offered. The sound waves of mantras harmonize the environment. Thus, the Homam doesn't only benefit participants but contributes to global peace and harmony. Now, are there any specific mantras chanted during the Mahaganapati Hum? Yes, powerful mantras like Ganapati Atharvashesha, Ganapati Gayatri, and Om Gam Ganapate Namah are chanted. The vibration of these mantras directly activates higher consciousness and remove obstacles. The Moola mantra Om Shrim Hrim Klim Glom Gam Ganapate Pravarda Sarva Janam Me Vasham Manaya Swaha is particularly powerful. It invokes Mahaganapati to bless all endeavors. Chanting these mantras in Gurudev's presence amplifies their effect manifold. Now, how does science explain the benefits of such rituals? Scientific studies show that mantra chanting regulates brain waves, reduces cortisol or the stress hormone, and enhances alpha brain activity associated with relaxation and focus. Fire rituals release phytochemicals from herbs that purify the air. The Vedic seers knew these effects intuitively. Modern science is just beginning to validate them. For instance, collective chanting synchronizes heart and brain rhythms. Among participants, fire rituals generate negative ions in the air, which improve mood and immunity. The science confirms what tradition has practiced for millennia. Now, how does participating in the Mahaganapati Homam benefit someone in their personal life, like career, family, or health? His regular participants often report breakthroughs in personal and professional life. Obstacles that seemed immovable suddenly dissolve, relationships improve as negativity drops, health improves because stress is reduced and energy is elevated. Scriptures describe Ganesha as Siddhi Vinayaka, the giver of success. He is also Vignaharta, the remover of hurdles. The Humam ensures prosperity or Aishwarya, harmony or Shanti, and health or Arogya. Families who practice together notice a greater unity and joy. Now, why is this Homam called Mahaganapati Homam instead of just a Ganapati Homam? The word Maha signifies greatness, completeness, and abundance, while a normal Ganapati Homam invokes Lord Ganesha for specific blessings. The Mahaganapati Homam invokes him in his most supreme and cosmic form. It is believed that Mahaganapati embodies not only the remover of obstacles but also the giver of spiritual knowledge, material prosperity, and liberation. Performing this specific home during Navratri amplifies the energy because the time itself is astrologically powerful. Now, scriptures such as the Mudgala Purana and Ganapati Atharvashirsha describe various forms of Ganesha. Among them, Mahaganapati is the all encompassing deity. He is visualized with 10 arms, holding divine weapons and symbols, seated with his consort, representing completeness. This form signifies the unity of power or Shakti and wisdom or Bhukti. Buddhi, thus invoking Mahaganapati at the beginning of Navratri rituals, ensures that devotees receive both material success and spiritual upliftment. Now, why is Navratri considered such an auspicious time for performing Mahaganapati Homam? Navratri is when cosmic energy shifts and the Devi Tattva, the divine feminine energy, is at its peak. Starting Navratri with the Mahaganapati Homam is like clearing the spiritual runaway before the flight of 9 days begins. It prepares devotees to absorb the maximum energy from the rituals, meditations, and yagyas. Vedic astrology states that Navratri coincides with the powerful planetary alignments that support transformation and renewal. Performing Mahaganapati Homam at this time removes karmic blocks and allows devotees to progress without hindrance, just as farmers plow and prepare soil before sowing seeds. Invoking Ganesha first ensures fertile ground for the seeds of Devi's blessings to grow. Now, how does the presence of thousands of devotees during the Homam influence its effect? When thousands gather with the one Sankalpa, the collective consciousness creates a field of tremendous energy. It's like lighting thousands of lamps together, the brightness multiplies. Devotees meditating together during the Homam experience a heightened silence and deeper inner connection. Vedic rituals emphasize Sangha Shakti or the strength of community. A Homam done alone brings individual benefit, but when thousands join, the blessings magnify and extend to the world. Gurudev often says, that when we come together in large numbers for spiritual practices, it has an impact on the collective consciousness of the planet. Now, what is the role of sound in the Mahaganapati Homa? Jagadav, sound is vibration, and vibration is a creation. The mantras chanted during the Homam are not ordinary words, but potent sound codes revealed by rishis. They resonate with the subtle energy centers of participants and align them with the cosmic rhythms. In the Vedas, it is said, Nada Brahma, the universe, sound chants during the Mahaganapati Homam purify the mind and environment. Each syllable of the Ganapati mantra corresponds to specific aspects of consciousness. For example, gum directly activates stability and wisdom. When pronounced collectively, these sounds create an energetic shield that protects and elevates participants. How is the fire in the Humum seen as a divine medium? The fire or Agni is considered the mouth of the gods in Vedic tradition. Whatever we offer into the sacred fire reaches the divine true. Agni fire transforms offerings into subtle energy that is carried to higher realms. This makes the ritual a two-way communication. Our offerings go up and blessings come down. Fire is also symbolic of transformation, just as raw wood becomes ash in fire. Our negativities and karmic burdens are transformed. Agni is the only element visible in both gross and subtle forms. It burns physically but also illuminates spiritually. Thus, in Mahaganapati Homam, fire becomes the bridge between human aspirations and divine grace. Now, can you explain the symbolism behind Lord Ganesha's form as worshipped in this Homam? Lord Ganesha's large head symbolizes wisdom. His small eyes represent concentration. His large ears signify listening deeply. His trunk shows adaptability. And his big belly represents contentment. Each part is a teaching for life. During Mahaganapati Hum, devotees meditate on this symbolism and embody those qualities. Scripturally, Ganesha's broken tusk symbolizes sacrifice for wisdom. He broke it to write the Mahabharata. His forearms carry an axe of cutting attachments, a lotus for spiritual awakening, and a modak for sweet reward of sadhana, and a rope pulling devotees closer to truth. When invoked as Mahaganapati, these symbols expand to cosmic dimensions, signifying that the entire creation is guided by wisdom and compassion. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam relate to the concept of karma? The karma is often the unseen obstacle in life. Mahaganapati works at the subtle level, burning karmic impressions stored in the subconscious. Devotees often feel that long pending issues suddenly resolve after participating in the Ganapati Atharvashirsha. It is said that worshipping Ganesha dissolves all sins. Sarva Papakashaya Karaka. The Homam, through mantras and offerings, neutralizes negative karmas and enhances positive karmas. It doesn't erase responsibility but creates clarity and strength to handle life with wisdom. Now, what role does devotion or bhakti play in this homam? The rituals without devotion are like lamps without oil. Bhakti fuels the homam, making it alive. Gurudev often says that intention or bhava matters more than action or karma. When devotees offer with their love, the homam becomes a living dialogue with the divine. Scriptures emphasize Shraddha or faith as essential for yagyas. Even the most precise ritual loses meaning without heartfelt surrender. Mahaganapati Homam at the ashram is unique because thousands come with deep devotion, magnified by the master's presence. This collective bhakti transforms the ritual into a celebration of divine love. Are there specific preparations devotees undertake before participating in the Homam? Yes, Jagadev, many devotees observe a simple fasting or eat only sattvic food before the Homam. Some practice silence or extra meditation to prepare the mind. The ashram atmosphere itself supports this preparation as participants engage in seva, satsang, and meditation. Traditionally, purity of body and mind is recommended. Bathing, wearing clean clothes, and keeping a positive sankalpa. Devotees are advised to let go of worries and come with an open heart. Scriptures emphasize that mental readiness is more important than external rituals. The ashram guides everyone so they can receive maximum benefit. Now, how do children and youth benefit from attending Mahaganapati Homam? Negative children experience the cultural richness of Vedic rituals, but more than that, they absorb vibrations of peace and joy. Youth, often struggling with stress or uncertainty, find grounding and clarity after participating. When he share that their confidence and focus improve remarkably. In the Vedas, it is said that children exposed to chanting and rituals develop strong memory, concentration, and emotional stability. The sounds of mantras influence their brain development positively. For youth, being part of such sacred gatherings instills cultural pride, spiritual depth, and resilience to face modern challenges. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam influence the atmosphere of Bengaluru ashram during Navratri? Jagadev, the ashram is already a powerhouse of energy, but during Navratri and especially on the day of Mahaganapati Homam, it feels like stepping into another dimension. The fragrance of herbs offered into the fire, the rhythm of chants, the silence of thousands meditating together, all of this creates a sacred vibration that envelops the entire campus. Even birds and animals seem calmer on that day. Volunteers working in kitchens or seva departments report feeling unusually peaceful and focused. From a Vedic perspective, the performance of such a homam purifies the kshetra, the spiritual field. Scriptures state that wherever yagyas are performed, devas reside. Thus, the ashram becomes the direct abode of divine energies. The environment becomes so charged that even a casual visitor, unaware of the rituals' details, feels uplifted. This is the beauty of collective Vedic energy. Its effect transcends the intellectual understanding. Now, what is the importance of the sankalpa or intention in this ritual? Jagadu Sankalpa is a seed of any spiritual practice. In the Mahaganapati Homam, the priests, devotees, and Gurudev were collectively set an intention for personal growth, family well being, societal harmony, and global peace. With the Master's presence, this Sankalpa carries immense power. Vedic texts emphasize that a ritual without Sankalpa is like an arrow without direction. In Mahaganapati Homam, each devotee silently places their intentions into the fire, whether it's for overcoming challenges, seeking knowledge, or healing relationships. The Sankalpa ensures that the ritual is not just mechanical but deeply personal and transformative. Now, what is the connection between Mahaganapati Homam and prosperity? Jagadav Lord Ganesha is also known as Dhanapati, the giver of wealth, but prosperity in the Vedic sense is not just financial. It includes health, harmony, joy, and spiritual abundance. Participants often report unexpected career breakthroughs, business growth, or resolution of financial issues after attending the Homam. In the Ganapati Upanishad, it is mentioned that worshipping Ganapati grants both the bhukti, material fulfillment, and mukti, which is spiritual liberation. The Mahaganapati Homam activates these energies by removing subtle blockages. It allows prosperity to flow. Moreover, prosperity gained through spiritual rituals tends to be sustainable and ethically aligned, unlike wealth gained through mere ambition. Now, how do international devotees respond to this ritual? For many international devotees, the Homam is their first encounter with such a grand Vedic ritual. Even without understanding Sanskrit, they connect deeply to the vibration. Some describe it as an energy shower, others as a cleansing experience. Many return year after year just for Navratri Homas. Vedic rituals are universal because they deal with sound and energy which transcend language and culture. We often see Western devotees move to tears during the Homam. They sense the same sacredness that ancient rishis preserved. Gurudev's presence bridges the cultural gap. He explains the essence in simple terms so that everyone can feel included. Now, how are the priests trained for conducting such a powerful homam? Jagannatha, the priests belong to the Vedic Dharma Sansthan and undergo rigorous training in chanting, ritual procedures, and spiritual discipline. They live a sattvic lifestyle and practice daily mantras to maintain purity. Their clarity and devotion add authenticity to the ritual. Scriptural training is not enough. The priest must embody the energy of the mantras. They are trained in Srota traditions, pronunciation, and ritual timing. Most importantly, they cultivate inner silence and humility. That is why when they chant together, the resonance touches hearts instantly. The ashram ensures both traditional accuracy and spiritual depth. Now, what herbs and ingredients are used in the Homam fire and why? Jayadev, ingredients like ghee, sesame seeds, rice, dried coconut, and jaggery are offered. Additionally, medicinal herbs such as neem, tulsi, and camphor are used. Each has specific energetic and healing properties. For example, neem purifies the air while tulsi enhances immunity. According to Ayurveda and Agni Puran, humam ingredients are carefully chosen for both symbolic and medicinal purposes. When offered into fire, they release subtle phytochemicals that purify the environment. For instance, ghee releases oxygen rich compounds, jaggery balances humidity, and camphor disinfects. Thus, the ritual heals both body and atmosphere simultaneously. Now, how does the homam relate to the Muladhara chakra? The Muladhara chakra, located at the base of the spine, is governed by Ganesha. Stability, security, and grounding come from this chakra. Mahaganapati Homam activates and balances this energy center, making participants feel more stable in their lives. Scripturally, Ganesha resides in the Muladhara. When the Homam is performed, the mantras vibrate at frequencies that stimulate this chakra, and aligned Muladhara ensures that higher chakras connected to love, intuition, and enlightenment can blossom. Thus, the Homam is foundational for both worldly success and spiritual evolution. How is the home relevant to modern corporate professionals? The corporate life today is full of stress, competition, and uncertainty. Many professionals attend the home seeking clarity and balance. After the ritual, they report reduced anxiety, sharper focus, and smoother execution of projects. It's like clearing unseen roadblocks in business. Vedas teach that true success requires both effort and grace, while hard work is essential. Subtle karmic obstacles can delay results. The Mahaganapati Homam helps resolve such obstacles. For professionals, this means fewer conflicts, better decision making, and unexpected support in ventures. In essence, it aligns effort with a universal harmony. Jagadosh, so can people who are not familiar with Vedic rituals still benefit from attending? Absolutely. Even if someone doesn't know the mantra, simply sitting in home master's presence creates transformation. The vibrations work on the subconscious mind. Many newcomers feel an unexplainable sense of relief, as if a weight has lifted. Vedic knowledge is universal, not limited by intellectual understanding. Just as fire warms anyone sitting near it, the home benefits all who attend. Whether one chants or silently observes, the grace of Mahaganapati flows. The ashram encourages everyone, regardless of background, to participate with an open heart. Now, how is the Mahaganapati Homam connected to inner wisdom? Ganesha is also called Buddhi Priya, the one who loves wisdom. Participating in the Homam sharpens intellect and awakens intuition. Many students and seekers find new clarity in studies or meditation afterward. In the Ganapati Atharvashesha, it is said, "You are the essence of the three gunas, the source of all knowledge." This shows that invoking Mahaganapati is invoking pure wisdom. The Homam awakens inner guidance, helping devotees make choices aligned with Dharma. It connects outer success with the inner clarity. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam help in removing obstacles at a subtle level? Jagadev, obstacles are not only external, they often exist in the form of inner doubts, fears, and subconscious patterns. The Homam works like a spiritual detox, removing these unseen blockages. Participants often report that after attending, situations that were stuck for months begin to flow effortlessly. It's not magic, but the clearing of subtle karmic impressions. Scriptures call Ganesha as Vignaharta, remover of obstacles. These vignas may come from past karma, planetary influences, or negative energies. Through mantras and fire offerings, these influences are neutralized. Just as antivirus software removes unseen malware, the Homam clears subtle disturbances in life, allowing growth and harmony. Now, how do devotees maintain the benefits of the Homam in daily life? Gurudev encourages regular practice of Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, and chanting Om Gam Ganpate Namah. These practices sustain the clarity and positivity received in the Homam. Living with awareness, gratitude, and seva further extends the blessings. In Vedic tradition, consistency is key. Daily prayers, small Homams at home, and honoring Ganesha before new tasks help maintain energy. But most importantly, keeping the mind pure and avoiding negativity keeps the channel open. The Homam plants seeds of positivity and daily practice waters them. Now, how do rituals like Mahaganapati Homam align with the Gurudev's vision of a stress-free, violence-free world? The Gurudev often says that inner peace is the foundation for outer peace. The Homam not only blesses individuals but also radiates calming vibrations into the environment. When thousands come together in devotion, aggression, and negativity in society are reduced, Vedas affirm that yajnas balance the five elements and restore harmony. Wars, conflicts, and disasters arise when balance is lost. By performing rituals like Mahaganapati Homam with Sankalpa for world peace. The collective consciousness shifts. This is in perfect alignment with Gurudev's vision of global harmony. Are there specific stories or experiences from devotees that illustrate the Homam's power? Yes, many. One devotee shared how his long pending visa got approved just days after participating. Another said his strained family relations healed unexpectedly. Students often report sudden clarity in studies or new opportunities opening. These experiences show how subtle grace works. In the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan records, there are countless testimonies of devotees whose lives changed after the Homam. Health improved, marriages happened, debts cleared. While outcomes differ, one common theme is relief from burdens. This shows the Homam's ability to align life with the divine flow. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam influence the mind's clarity? The mantras vibrate at frequencies that calm mental chatter. Participants often describe feeling lightheaded, not from tiredness but from a release of overthinking. This mental stillness allows better decision making. According to Ayurveda, mind's clarity is influenced by sattva guna. The homam increases sattva through sacred sound, fire, and devotion. When sattva rises, clarity, contentment, and creativity blossom. This is why participants return to daily life more balanced and efficient. Now, what is the importance of collective chanting during the Homam? Chanting together creates resonance just as many instruments in tune create a symphony. Collective chanting amplifies the vibration. Individual energy is lifted when immersed in thousands chanting in unison. Vedic science states that when mantras are chanted in unison, their energy is multiplied, not added but squared. 1,000 people chanting together equals the effect of millions. This collective resonance purifies not only the participants but the entire environment around them. Now, how does a human balance both spiritual and material aspirations? Yeah, the spirituality is not against material success, it integrates it. The home ensures worldly needs are taken care of so seekers can progress without distraction. It brings both prosperity and peace, a rare balance. Now, in Vedic philosophy, artha or prosperity and moksha or liberation are not contradictory. The Ganesha grants both. The Mahaganapati Homam reflects this by removing obstacles in worldly life while simultaneously awakening wisdom. This holistic blessing is why the ritual is so powerful. Now, what role does seva or selfless service play in the Homam experience? Devotive seva amplifies the effect of the Homam. Many devotees volunteer in kitchens, seating arrangements, or organizing materials. This selfless contribution prepares the mind for deeper receptivity. Serving before or after the Homam ensures that blessings flow more abundantly. Scriptures highlight that yajna should be accompanied by dana or giving and seva. Without these, rituals become incomplete. When devotees engage in seva, their ego dissolves. The offerings and fire then become an extension of that surrender, multiplying the effect of the homam. Now, how does the homam help families when attending together? Yeah, the families who participate together often report more unity. Children absorb discipline and devotion while elders feel secure and supported. The homam creates an atmosphere where grudges dissolve and love flows more freely. Vedas declare that family rituals strengthen a grihastha ashrama or household life. Mahaganapati Home blesses the entire family with the harmony, health, and prosperity. Performing it together aligns the family's energy, ensuring collective growth and peace. It becomes a tradition that binds generations. Now, how does the Homam prepare devotees for the deeper rituals of Navratri that follow? The Mahaganapati Homam is like tuning an instrument before a concert. By removing obstacles, it prepares devotees to receive the full power of Devi rituals like Chandi Homam and Rishi Homam on day 8 and 9. Without this clearing, deeper practices may not have the same impact in Vedic sequence. Ganesha is always invoked first. The Homam sets a protective and auspicious field. Once this is done, the powerful Shakti rituals of Navratri unfold smoothly. It ensures that devotees are grounded and ready to handle the transformative energies of the Devi. Now, could you describe the atmosphere in the Dhyana Mandir during the Mahaganapati Homam at Navratri in the Art of Living International Center? Yes, Shagru, the Dhyana Mandir at the Art of Living International Center during Navratri is charged with a divine vibration. Thousands of devotees gather. The air resonates with the chanting of Ganapati Atharvashesha, Vedic mantras, and the rhythmic beats of the mridangam and conch. The fragrance of sandalwood, camphor, and fresh flowers fills the space. It feels as though the whole environment is pulsating with the sacredness, lifting every mind beyond mundane thoughts. The presence of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji enhances the sanctity as devotees feel an immediate shift from restlessness to deep silence. Indeed, in traditional scriptures, it is said, Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtana Tatra Tatra Krita Mastakanjalim. Wherever the divine name is invoked, divinity descends. The Yajnishala or the Dhyan Mandiri becomes a miniature cosmos. Fire represents Agni, water is in Kalash represents Varuna, flowers symbolize Prakriti, and mantras call upon the Devatas. This arrangement harmonizes the five elements. With the Gurudev presiding, it is not just a ritual but a cosmic dialogue. Devotees offering their prayers and nature responding with blessings. The atmosphere becomes meditative, joyful, and deeply transformative, reminding us that such spaces are living embodiments of the Vedas in action. Now, how is the homam structured step by step for devotees who wish to understand the sequence? The Mahaganapati Homam follows a deeply symbolic sequence. It begins with Achmanam or purification, then Sankalpa, which is intention setting, and Ganapati Dhyanam or meditation on Lord Ganesha. Then comes Kalasha Sthapana, invoking the presence of deities into the sacred pot. The Avahanam and the Prarthana invite Lord Ganesha to accept the offerings. Next, the Panchopachara or Puja, the offering of five elements, Gandha, Pushpa, Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, is performed. After this, the Homa begins with the chanting of Ganapati Atharvashesha and offering of herbs, ghee, and samagri into the fire. The culmination is Purna Ahuti, the final offering symbolizing symbolizing total surrender of the ego and desires. Structurally, it mirrors the Vedic principle of Purvanga Homanga or Uttaranga, preliminary, main, and concluding rituals. The preliminary phase aligns the participants with purity. The main phase involves oblations with Vedic mantras, especially Swaha and Namaha, which invoke cosmic energies. The concluding phase with Mangala Arti and Purnahuti ensures the completeness of the ritual. Devotees then receive prasadam, sanctified food blessed by divine energies. The sequence is designed to take the participant inward from the outer world into silence, aligning with the philosophy of art of living where every ritual leads to inner transformation. Now, what is the significance of Sankalpa in the Mahaganapati Home? Jai Gurudev Sankalpa is a declaration of intention. In the Mahaganapati Homam, devotees are guided to mentally align their wishes with universal welfare. It's not about asking for material gains alone, but about aspiring for clarity, strength, health, and spiritual upliftment. Sankalpa acts like setting the GPS before a journey. It directs the energy of the Homam toward a focused goal. Gurudev often reminds us that Sankalpa should be broad. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, may all beings be happy. When once this individual sankalpa is merged with universal well-being, the blessings multiply manifold. From a Vedic perspective, sankalpa is a seed thought or a beej which are placed in the fertile field of cosmic consciousness. Just as a seed grows into a tree, so does a sankalpa nurtured by mantra and home. The texts say, Sankalpa Siddhir Bhavati, intention manifests in the Mahaganapati Homam. Priests chant the name, Gotra, Nakshatra of devotees, connecting their individual energy to the divine. The fire acts as a messenger carrying the Sankalpa to the cosmic forces. The Sankalpa bridges the finite human desire with the infinite cosmic will, ensuring alignment and fruition. Now, why is the Ganapati Atharva Shesha particularly chanted in this Homam? The Ganapati Atharva Shesha is a profound Vedic hymn from the Atharva Veda. It declares Lord Ganesha as the embodiment of Brahman, the universal consciousness. In the Mahaganapati Homam, this chant sanctifies the environment, making it a direct invocation of supreme consciousness in the form of Ganesha. Chanting it purifies the mind, sharpens intellect, and removes the inner obstacles. Gurudev encourages chanting Atharva Shesha daily as it aligns the subtle body with divine energy. During the Homam, when chanted collectively, its vibrations are magnified, uplifting not just individuals but the entire space. Now, Atharva Shesha is unique because it is both a stotra, a hymn, and an Upanishad. It contains declarations such as Tvam Brahma, Tvam Vishnu, Tvam Rudra, affirming Ganesha as the cosmic principle manifesting in various forms. Its recitation during Homam ensures the ritual is not limited to symbolic offerings but extends into the realm of jnana or knowledge. Thus, Mahaganavati is invoked not just as a remover of material obstacles but as a revealer of non dual Brahman. In Vedic practice, chanting Atharva Shesha is considered equivalent to performing 1,000 homams. Its inclusion ensures the ritual's highest efficacy. Now, how does the presence of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji influence the Mahaganapati Homam? Jai Gurudev, the presence of Gurudev transforms the home into an extraordinary spiritual experience. While the ritual itself carries Vedic potency, Gurudev's silence, his glance, and his presence elevate it to a direct experience of the divine. Many devotees report feeling waves of peace, tears of gratitude, or deep meditative states when he is present. Gurudev embodies the living Veda. His presence harmonizes the energies, making the entire ritual effortless for participants. Even those unfamiliar with Sanskrit or ritualistic details experience the benefits because Gurudev channels the essence of the Humam to every soul gathered there. Now, in the Vedic tradition, the presence of a realized master is considered equivalent to the presence of the deity himself. Six scriptures say, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, the Guru is verily the supreme. When Gurudev presides over the Humam, it becomes a conduit for divine blessings, ensuring that the ritual bears fruit. It is not merely a matter of performing the correct sequence of mantras, but of embodying the highest consciousness. His presence sanctifies every offering, purifies every sankalpa, and accelerates spiritual growth. Thus, the Mahaganapati Homam becomes not just a ritual but a satsang with the cosmos. Now, how is the fire or Agni perceived in the Mahaganapati Homam? The fire is seen as the messenger of the gods in the Mahaganapati Homam. Every offering made into Agni, be it ghee, samagri, or mantra vibrations, is carried to the subtle realms. Fire is the only element visible both in the gross and subtle forms. It consumes material offerings and simultaneously transmits their essence to the divine. Gurudev often explains that Agni represents awareness. Just as fire burns impurities, awareness dissolves ignorance. By meditating on Agni during the Homam, devotees experience purification of body, mind, and spirit. Vedic scriptures call Agni as Devaduta, the divine messenger. In the Rig Veda, Agni is invoked as the first deity because he connects humans to the cosmos. In the Mahaganpati Homam, Agni is not merely a physical flame but the symbolic purifier. The ghee represents clarity, the samagri symbolizes karmic impressions, and when offered, they are transmuted into light and fragrance. This act reflects surrender of our limitations to the divine. Fire, being ever rising, reminds us of our own aspiration to rise our worldly bondage. Hence, Agni in the Homam is both medium and metaphor for transformation. Now, why is Purna Ahuti considered the most important part of the Homam? Jagadav, the Purnahuti is the final complete offering. It symbolizes surrendering everything, our desires, ego, and attachments to the divine. In the Mahaganapati Homam, devotees place their sankalpa into the sacred fire during Purna Ahuti, releasing it fully with faith. This act liberates the mind from doership and anxiety. Gurudev often says, when you offer your problems into the fire, you walk away lighter. Purna Ahuti is also a collective moment where thousands come together in silence, reinforcing the energy of unity and completion. Now, in Vedic philosophy, Purna means complete. Purnahuti ensures that the ritual is concluded in wholeness. The offering usually includes sacred herbs, ghee, fruits, and in some traditions, symbolic items like coconut wrapped in a cloth. This represents the entire universe being offered back to its source. Scriptures emphasize that without Purnahuti, no homam is considered fulfilled. It seals the ritual, invokes divine acceptance, and blesses the participants with completeness. Thus, in the Mahaganapati Home, Purnahuti transforms the individual effort into a collective cosmic act of surrender, Jagadev.